Hey guys, welcome back to Advanced Bass Fishing and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today. We're going to be talking about the difference between a plastic crankbait, specifically like a plastic square bill crankbait, and a balsa model. Now, balsa is not near as popular as it used to be, but there's situations, guys, where you definitely still want to use a balsa crankbait over a plastic one, and I want to identify those situations here in today's episode, so we're going to get into that. Also, guys, thank you very much for everybody who's taking time to hit that subscribe button here at Advanced Bass Fishing. Really appreciate that. And also, guys, if you're looking for some balsa crankbaits, I'm going to put the Bagley's link in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. They are some of the originators of the balsa crankbait. So if you guys would like to order a few after this video, you can get them through my Tackle Warehouse link there at the Bagley link. So appreciate that. Okay, guys, this is one of the earliest type of baits. A balsa square bill crankbait was winning tournaments back in the 70s when people started making them by hand. You know, they started making like the Big O, the Cordell Big O, and then Bagley started making the balsa model back in the 70s, and it's been a mainstay ever since. In fact, here's an example right here. This is an old Bagley from the late 1970s, and you can see it was way ahead of its time. I mean, it still catches a ton of fish today. And here is a modern version of a balsa square bill. So they're very similar in the sense that, you know, the balsas are fat-bodied square bill crankbaits, just like the plastic ones. But the difference in the construction between the balsa and the plastic is the buoyancy of the balsa. I mean, the balsa floats up twice as quick as the plastic one does. So that's the biggest thing that you're going to notice. And then also, balsa, when it comes through the water, it moves through the water and displaces water different, and it simply has a different vibration with the wood construction. Now, there's times, and I want to talk about in today's video, when a balsa crankbait will definitely outfish a plastic one, especially a square bill. There's other balsa ones too, guys. They make some deeper divers like the DB3 here. Same type of deal, it's just a deeper lip. But let's talk a little bit about why you need to have some balsa crankbaits in your box and when they work the best. This is a situation, guys. Balsa is outstanding in a stained water environment if you've got some criteria. Now, the criteria that you're going to have and the window for a balsa crankbait, it's pretty diverse, but it's sort of limited to certain times of the year. There are two primary times a year that a balsa crankbait really stands out, you know, head and above anything else. Number one is when the fish are in the post-spawn stage, but they're not quite in the summer stage. So we're talking about like May. May is an excellent time to fish a balsa crankbait. And the place that I fish a balsa crankbait in the month of May is cranking it parallel to rocky banks, riprap banks, rocky banks, bluff banks. If you have water visibility of like under 12 inches. Preferably for a balsa crankbait, I want water visibility sort of 8 to 12 inches of visibility is perfect for it. And that puts those fish in that shallow depth range to where the balsa really stands out. Now, the reason that you want balsa, not just for this situation, but for the second situation I'm going to get into, is the fact that number one, you can burn this bait really quick, and you can burn it with a stop and go retrieve, and it floats up and goes right back down. So this aggressive action of a fast retrieve and a float up when you pause it, it's very appealing to bass during this time of year. And also, from a practical standpoint, balsa, you don't get hung up near as much because it floats up a little bit higher, so you can get the bait off a lot quicker. But the main thing with balsa, whether it be in the post-spawn or the other period we're going to talk about, is the ability to generate strikes with a fast stop and go retrieve. Now, the second situation is in the summer time of the year, specifically later in the summer, like late summer, early fall, when the water's really, really hot. In a situation like that, a balsa is a great bait for cranking shallow wood cover in dirty water. Again, water visibility of under about a foot. If you have wood cover, like lay down trees, logs in the water, stumps in the water, any type of wood cover that you can deflect this thing down. And for whatever reason, guys, if you get some shallow cover, like water visibility about like that, and shallow wood cover, you can take a balsa crankbait and you can burn it past right on the edge of those targets, bounce it over the limbs, make multiple casts over the same areas, and it'll generate a strike from those inactive late summer fish that are really sluggish a lot of times that times of year. And that's the good thing about balsa, guys, is when I'm fishing wood with balsa, is I'm attacking that wood from all angles. If, say for example, if there's a lay down log or a lay down tree, I'll circle the whole thing with that balsa crankbait and just burn that sucker over the log, down the side of the log, different angles. Very appealing to hot water bass. Ultimately, another thing, you just sort of have to experiment a little bit. One of the things that you're going to find out about balsa versus plastic is the plastic will run a little bit deeper than the balsa. Traditionally, balsa, the way the bait's designed, they run about a foot or two shallower than a plastic model, simply because of the buoyancy of it. And that's okay, because a lot of times you don't want the depth out of the crankbait. You want that bait to stay shallow and deflect off a target. So it's worth having, guys. You can see this boxer I got right here. This is nothing but balsa crankbaits, square bills and stuff like that. And they are still a good producer. I mean, I've still made checks over the last couple of years cranking balsa crankbaits, especially like in May and September. So anyway, guys, just give it a try. I'll put some of my Bagley links in the description of the video. Also, another thing, guys, if you look up a website called Dave's Custom Lures, he makes balsa crankbaits custom. In fact, this is one of Dave's custom baits right here. David Ryan's a good friend of mine. So anyway, if you guys are interested, you can get a hold of him or look at that Bagley link in my description here. So hope it helps you guys catch some. We'll talk later.